And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're going
Testing 1, 2, and 3. Mic check. Share this thing around, baby. Let's go.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that.
Let's go, Cowboy Nation.
You don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet.
Really appreciate everybody for tuning in on the late show from me. I'm your host, Law Nation, LAW Nation. Feel free to hit that notification bell if you want to jump on at various times that I go live, like 95. Everybody knows how this thing goes. I really appreciate everybody who's communicating, who's up late like me, who love this game. And hey, there is a report out there that there's not a single Cowboy player invited, right? Like nobody inviting the Cowboy players to go to the Pro Bowl. Now, there may be a situation in a chance in a scenario that somebody can be an alternate. It could be one of those type of things. And my thing is you learn more. You might want to write this down. Appreciate you, Stelios 300. Appreciate you, my dog, man. Let me give you one of these good old war chants over here. But it's one of those things, Cowboy Nation, that
ladies and gentlemen,
we got him. Yeah,
we got him.
This is Sparta. My thing is, Cowboy Nation, we can look at this thing and it can be a blessing in disguise. Let me repeat, it can be a blessing in disguise. Oftentimes, people look for validation. I tell people all the time that validation is only good for parking. You might want to write that down. Validation is only good for parking. Never look to be validated by a certain position. Never look to be validated by a certain stance. Never look to be validated by someone else. All you have to do is with the work effort, with the heart, Get out there to prove everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie, may they rest in peace, prove them wrong, you know? Because everybody got something to say. You know, just like my dog Tupac would say, everybody got something to say, but they fear me in the physical form. Let it be known I'm troublesome, right? Let's be troublesome with our actions out there on the field. Let's not look for this pretty much glorified popular bowl, right? If it's all pro, it's a whole nother situation, right? My dog Tyron says, Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas, Jerry. You got to put Wayne in there. Jones, Steelers lost. Oops. Wow. I didn't see that coming. Matter of fact, I didn't even watch the game or what have you. But shout out to whoever beat the Steelers. I think it was the Cincinnati, right? I think Schultz should have made it, to be honest, Caleb. This is Caleb the GOAT. Here's what the problem is. May I speak freely? Appreciate everybody that's on my Facebook group. Thank you all for sharing, right? But here's my thing is with the Pro Bowl. We got this thing called salary cap. And what happened here is when a player is made it to the Pro Bowl, they get to walk around with their chest out. Let me see if I can drop this right quick. They get to walk around with their chest out. You know, they walk around all puffed up like a puffer fish, bloated, and say, these are the things that I've done. Therefore, I declare that I decree that you guys pay me because I'm a Pro Bowl player. Let me know if I'm lying. That is what a lot of players do, whether they are alternate, whether or not they are, you know, top Pro Bowl of their particular, I guess, peers or views from the coachings or whoever it may be, however the coaching or the Pro Bowl in voting goes, right? So that is the problem. So to me personally, for many of years, Cowboys, although, you know, some people get into the Pro Bowl and we love to see the star on the side of the helmet, especially when it was in Hawaii. Now, hell, it's in Orlando, wherever it may be for this year, but it's just right down the street. It used to be something when it was in Hawaii, but nevertheless, now people walk around with the chest out saying, pay me. Right? Become a money grab situation. But humility with dignity is something that I love because it builds you. It builds character. It makes you understand that, hey, yes, we're not popular anymore and we don't have this anymore, but I got this chip on my shoulder now and I'm going to prove and showcase to the world that I belong, right? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Evan Ingram made it, but not Schultz. This is from Raphael, because they was winning during the time when they did the main final Pro Bowl voting, when all of that stuff went in. Let him be a Pro Bowler, because now Evan Ingram can have that on his resume, and he can look over it and say, well, hey, pay me. Ali, let's see what he have. Cowboys unpopular. They got flex from the Sunday Night Football and now no Pro Bowls. And I'm good with that, to be honest. Remember this at the start of the season and other seasons when we fly under the radar and nobody see us coming. I was like, yes, yeah. Because nobody can see us coming, and we began to hit them in the face. We began to hit them in the mouth. I believe that's what happened in 2014. They wrote us off, right? I mean, in 2014, we had some injuries that happened before the year started or what have you, right? Did that happen in 2014, right? They wrote us off. They was like, nah, this team can't do this, can't do that with these bevies of injuries, right? Outside of, you know, Tony Romo, at least he stayed healthy that year. Somebody got injured in 2014. Same thing to be said about 2016, right? We kind of like, oh, man, it's season. You got this rookie. He can't do it when it's a season game. He's lighting it up during the regular season, well, preseason, for crying out loud. Couldn't get that out. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? But let's listen in to my station over here, 105.3 The Fan. Let's listen to some of the dogs over there and see what their opinions are on this Pro Bowl selection deal. Let me see if y'all can hear it. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear.
Our Pro Bowlers. The answer in 3, 2, 1. 0. Not a single one. And I'll ask you this. Is that wrong? I can think of off the top of my head 3 guys who have a case. Tank Lawrence, Zach Martin, Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
That's all I can give you. If you want to try to find a Pro Bowler on this roster, you could try for one of those 3. But I do think Amari Cooper's like 13th in the league in receiving. Zach Martin missed how many games? He's going to end up missing, 6, give or take? And Tank doesn't have the huge sack numbers that they sure do enjoy in the Pro Bowl. Cowboys, 0 Pro Bowlers. How's Jerry take that, Brian? Does that rattle his cage?
Well, yeah, it's just.
It's a popularity contest,
it is.
but the Cowboys are popular.
It is. And, those guys will, whether they get in or not, because of guys opting out, maybe if they actually play the game, I don't think they're going to. Are they going to play the game? I don't even know if they're going to play the game.
So. I think they're just naming
They're just naming the
Pro Bowlers
guys.
this year.
Well, I think that you're on the right list.
How many Cowboys?
So that was a good excerpt from them. So basically what they were saying is that, hey, there's not going to be alternates this year. I forgot all about it since it's a pandemic. They would not do the Pro Bowling game or what have you. So it will not be no alternates this particular 2020 year. Oh, hey, that's puzzling there. He mentioned D-Law's name. Should he get in? Should he not? They mentioned Zach Martin's name for the first few games. I think that Zach Martin should have been a shoo-in if it's just for, popularity aspects of it. So that's one of the things that we can take a real good look at. Cameron Perkins says, go live with Big Game James. I think Big Game James probably asleep right now, but shout out to him. We will be live tomorrow night. Me, Big Game James, Scott Walker, we'll be live like 95 on the late night hype. But appreciate you all. Would you trade all 3 receivers for an elite defense? Like, that's a good question there, Teleo. That's a good question. Like, when you say elite or when you say would you trade, what are you saying, like complete defense, or are you talking about elite players, or what's the philosophy with this? Because at this point, would you trade 3 wide receivers for defense? Everybody knows my question for that. My dog Shango, he's probably asleep right now. Yeah, my dog Shango, that's my dog there. Law, you're the new defensive coordinator, Jonas Jackson 420. My thing is, Jonas Jackson, is that 420? Is that 420 is for this right here?
Smoke weed every day.
But my thing is, if it's a situation where it's Law, if Law is the defensive coordinator, my thing is I would be one of the guys with 0 experiences, right? So my first call to action will be to call somebody up who knows more than me. To call somebody up that got a longer resume than me. And for me to humble myself and be like, hey, I don't know a bunch about the NFL philosophies in the course of the NFL, how long it would take to implement a certain system. But damn it, I got an owner who got unlimited resources that can circumvent this thing, and I want you to be my right-hand guy. I want you to be my right-hand guy, and that's how I would circumvent the situation. William Burney says, for Zeke to be the highest paid running back in the league and not make the Pro Bowl is bad. Not even the top 3 running backs, even with Saquon Barkley out for the year. This is from William B. My thing is, William B., It's been a bad year for Ezekiel Elliott. It's been a bad year. It's been one of those years where I can't sit back and say, well, it's the offensive line issue. Well, it's a COVID. I've seen people say that issue because he did have that. And then I can't say, well, it's because of the second year ever offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. In the same breath, I'm giving Mike McCarthy a mulligan. So I don't know where to place Ezekiel Elliott, to be honest with you all. All I can say is he fumbled the ball a lot. He didn't show us a lot of explosion. He didn't give us a multiple yards of 25 yards or more. And he didn't look like himself running the ball for the 2020 season. Can the player have one down year before we cast him out and reverse crucify him? I don't know. I do know at Dallas land, we are very volatile. We got high highs. Put my hand here so you can see. And we have lowest of the lows, right? So my thing is, and then he misses Buddy. Dak Prescott, we miss you, baby. If anybody need to cut some of that money over to Dak, hey, Zeke, what's good, man? Hey, let me get about 10 mil. You can put it in any form fashion you want, right? I'll make it 13 mil, by the way. But it is what it is. Jay, what's good with you? He said they are a part of it and build, but I'm not letting Zeke slide. He's not playing with effort and makes horrible reads sometimes when he decides to run into a pile up a hole with defenders instead of running out. You're right. Look, I'm not here to look. It's like damn if I do, damn if I don't. I posted a video, I posted his stats, and a lot of people don't like the truth. They say, Law, I can't handle the truth, right? But when I post the facts out there, a lot of people come with thousands of hate mail, and everybody who ever went to Ohio State, they come to me and they say, hey, Law, Ezekiel is this. And it's just crazy to me. So all I can do is sit back and say, well, mulligan. Now, Tony Pollard, on the other end, with the sample size that we are able to see, I'm looking at it like, hey, Tony Pollard got the burst, the explosions. He can catch out of the backfield naturally. You can line him up in the slot if they chose to do that way. Tony Pollard, he can run in between the splits. He can do all of those things. Reverse that thing around, get to the edge, capture the edge, squeeze, get skinny, get small, and able to go to the thing. He's not the fastest thing in the world, but he got cat-like quickness, short area quickness. He got all of those things. Can he block? Yeah, he put his body on the line to block. There was a play that I did a couple of weeks ago when he put his body on the line to spring open our version of AD. You know, so I look at all of those things when you're evaluating a running back, right? You look at everything, the explosion, the get off, the read, the cutback, the responsibility. Can you block? We look at all of those principles and we say to ourselves, okay, or do he have endurance? Will he be a person that get bruised and injured quickly? Do he tap out of games? That's everything that we bring up as a running back. Now, I'm going to tell young kids now, if you think about playing in the National Football League and you really love this sport and you want to be a running back, you might want to think twice. The average running back in the National Football League is 3 years. Collectively speaking, that's the average lifespan of a running back. After the third year, it's kind of like a car. Look, I drive a car. Once it get 100,000 miles on it up, it's time to start thinking about, hey, you can do all of the oil changes. I'll change that out. But hey, the car's now old. Now, some people say, hey, all miles are not created equal, right? Right? If you have a car and if it's highway mile versus the city miles, those are two different situations. Now, Ezekiel Elliott been going through the city miles with his. There's no other person that touched the ball more than Ezekiel Elliott since 2016. Nobody. And it could be one of the situations that all of the fault, all of the blame, everything that we look at, everything that we see is in the hands of the Dallas Cowboys operation system, because they tried to make the justification, right? And I'll break that down in a few. Charles, appreciate you. If Zeke want to get in the Hall of Fame, he's going to have to move to a fullback. Nah, Charles. No, he can look. There's a difference between playing a position and then a position that you naturally fit. Can he play some fullback action? Yes, right? But he's not a fullback. It's kind of like with the Noah Brown experiment, right? They said, okay, let's bulk him up. Let's put some weight on him. Let's make him a tight end. Can he inline block? Decently. But he's better at wide receiver. So this year we saw him more at wide receiving play. Last year when we was able to go out there to Oxnard, he was a bigger frame, bigger guy. And he was going through that transitionings of himself to be a tight end on the slide. That what me and Big Gang James saw when we was out there with our eyes, right? That's why we like to go out there to Oxnard so we can see the things before they're reported by third and fourth hand, information. And we like to see the things. Check out my guy, Mike Fisher. He's one of the guys with the fresh eyes, the first eyes out there. John Machota, first eyes, Michael Gelkin, all of those guys from 105.3 The Fan, as well as the Athletic, all of those guys, they got fresh eyes, the first people out there on the stomping grounds, right? Let me see what we have here. Jihad, can you now, guys, Tony Pollard, some respect on Cowboy Nation. Can you guys now give Tony Pollard some respect? Yeah, man, he get a lot of respects, man. Yes, Stan, I'm on the YouTube as well. I'm on multiple platforms. 1-2 punch like the Saints with Kamara and Ingram. Yes, you're right. And shout out to Briana Bette. Y'all check out her Instagram page and also her YouTube page. Brilliant content, wonderful insight. And by the way, she's a diehard Cowboys fan as well. And 1-2 punch. And better yet, that's a good 1-2 punch combination for the nation. I like to see that with Kamara and Murray. But there's another game that was out there. That was utilizing the 1-2 punch. Law. Cleveland Browns, right up the street from Ohio. The way they utilize those two running backs, we don't see a lot of bickering going back and forth, right? We don't see them saying, we got Hunt, Kareem Hunt. He's more explosive. He's elusive, But I do know the downfall is not as much as the off-fall of Ezekiel Elliott between the two. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? Ryan says, JP, what's good? Why not? Why don't you implement the fullback? This is from Ryan. My thing is with the fullback, it's a whole different angle, right? And fullback is an extension of the offensive line, sort of like the tight end a little bit, but they're in the backfield. Now, the fullback, depending on how your system is designed, you can utilize them in that way. They can be the lead blocker. They can peel back and open up holes. But here's the situation that I want everybody to understand and to know right now. The situation at hand is this right here, Cowboy Nation. People do what they normally are customary to doing. Oh, Lord, what are you saying? Well, if you're a boxer and you're right-handed, you're going to favor the right, You're going to shoot jabs with your left, right? This is your haymaker. This is your strength. Now, my thing is, too, as well as with all of this situation, is that sometimes when you look at Kellen Moore, who was his trainer? Who was his source? Where did he learn everything from? Was Kellen Moore a defensive guy? No. Was Kellen Moore a running back? No. Tight end? No. He was a quarterback. He learned everything you need to know about football from his dad, probably. From his time in high school, middle school. He used all of those things when he went over to college land. He was a quarterback. That's my quarterback, right? So my thing is, with Kellen Moore, he learned majority of his things from Scott Linehan. Did Scott Linehan use a fullback? Oh, wait. Who else was under? Jason Garrett. I'm not going to say that Jason Garrett didn't use a fullback, but I'm saying is that he learned more from Scott Linehan. Appreciate you staying for the $20 super chat, man. Really appreciate you. Let me give you one of these things right here. It's somewhere in this thing. Here we go.
This is Sparta!
Yeah. Appreciate you. Yeah. Did Juju make the Pro Bowl? I don't know. Jayla, I don't know. John says QB. Yeah, you're right with it. Let me just say this again. Really appreciate everybody who helped support the channel. We got some new and upcoming things next year. It's already on the way. Like my dog, Country Wayne, would say, help is on the way. Help is on the way. Hey, help is on the way. Help is on the way. Asmodeus, appreciate you for helping this thing out too, man. Really appreciate you for being one of the supporters over here. So my thing is that what Kellen Moore does. That's why you're going to see that this team is more of a pass happy type of team. Will this be a run first team? Yes. Do he draw up any exotic running plays? No. When you look at the team that we just played, even though we won, they were still running the rock. Matter of fact, the issues and the problems and the troubles that they got into when they tried to pass the ball with Nicholas Mullen. And that's just the issue there. They need to go get Bill Callahan back ASAP. This is from a dog, Terrence. That's water under the bridge, fam. They ain't getting him back. He left on a salty one, right? Jaylon should have made it since he always opened up the lanes for the running back. This is from Jay Versick. Yeah, he just opened up the reverse gatekeeper. My thing is with Jaylon, he had an all right game last game. You know, he didn't play that bad, and I like the fact that they sent him. They got him in a position where he can chase upfield, create pressure, and he lined up in the B, shot through the B gap. I like that, and that created some illusion. And my thing is on third down, that's when they had a sack fumble on a third down play. That's key. That's money down to me. And also they got an interception from a Donovan Wilson on a third down play. And I like it. I like the aggressiveness. And do this mean that will save Mike Nolan's job? It still shouldn't save his job. But it shows that these guys, if they are, playing up the par, they can keep this thing up. They can. Zach Martin didn't make it. Leron Evans, yes, he didn't make it. And like I said, it's a popularity bowl. Popularity bowl, who's the best? Who's the best dresser? Who got the straightest hair, right? Who cut up the dance floor the best, right? It's one of those things. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Law Jaylon is too slow on his man coverage and zone coverage. And this is from Akim Smith. Man coverage, he's too slow. Zone coverage, he's too slow. My thing is, I don't think, here's the situation with Jaylon. And I'm not trying to be an apologist for Jaylon Smith, for crying out loud. Straight line speed is there. I think that we equating change of direction speed when you flip your hips and get upfield. I think that's what we equating. That is what we are putting out there. That is change of pace speed, like flipping of the hips, open up laterally. That is where his issues, that's where his warts are at. And I think that he favored the leg. And if people just scout the tape, you can see that. You can see it. Now, one can argue and say, well, is that a regression? This will ever heal itself? I don't think it will. And I'm not being a pessimist when I say this. I'm just being a realist. And I hate to say this about Jaylon. I think his heart is right. Shout out to him. If you're in the Dallas area, go reach out to Jaylon. He got, especially if you are a minority, he got minority funds and minority man cap that will help your business out and grow. They got unbelievable resources for those who out there who's seeking grant to help develop their business, and also those who seeking SBA loans and beyond. The brother got all of that stuff. He got all of the good stuff. Check out Jaylon Smith. Hit him up, And especially if you want to invest in a business. He's a hell of a businessman. And he's partnering in with Jerry Wayne Jones. One of the best things that you can do, right? Yes, and this is from Rod. Yes, he can't turn his hips. And when you look, Ryan, when them hips go bad, when them hips bad, baby, when you got bad hips, and your dexterity, you guys remember that word dexterity, your equilibrium, all of that stuff. It's bad. It's bad. So you, at some point, they're going to have to look in the mirror and say, okay, we got this contract with Jaylon Smith, and we got to figure out how we can get this brother dexterity going, the equilibrium, can he squeeze and get upfield? Can he flip those hips? You want those hips as a linebacker. They don't have to be oily like a defensive back. That's the reason why you're a linebacker. You're bigger, they don't want them oily like a safety. But you got to have the cardinal directions within the mindset of your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Who else misses Jesse? Holly. Shout out to Jesse Holly. He's one of my dogs. Appreciate you. You think Dak will have a bomb year next year? Bomb Jonas in a good way or bomb in a bad way? It's two type of bombs. Now let me know. Yes, rest in peace to Kevin Green. Unstoppable on Tecmo Bowl back in the days and unstoppable in real life. Yeah, played for the Steelers and also the 49ers. I can't stand both of those teams. May he rest in peace. Kevin Green was a lights out linebacker. Yeah, man, before he was before his time type of guy. Endless motor, passion, created fear in the opposing team. Oh my goodness. Kevin Green and what's that other guy that they used to be like just crazy together? Was it Greg Lord? Was it Greg Lord? Y'all help me out. Man, that Kevin Green was just nasty. Yeah. Law, please read the last one. This is from Yannick Plays Madden. Well, I'm going to try to find it, Yannick. Let me see if I can find it. I don't see it, Yannick. Just repost it again, Yannick, and I just copy and paste and repost it, man. Gary Love, Law, love the swagger you got, man. Appreciate it, man. I try to have a little swag. Appreciate you though. Bomb as in a good way, Jonas. My thing is, yeah. But the Cowboys got to figure this thing out. That is going to be the most talked about news from here to China and back to the moon and all around to Pluto, which is a planet, which not a planet, whichever it is. It's just a rock, and all the way back to the United States of America. Everybody's going to be talking about Rain Dakota Prescott. If you don't believe me, just watch. And then the Steelers lost to the Bengals. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah. Wasn't he always NWO with the Hulk in the wrestling ring? I don't know, Maxwell. I don't know. Let me know. It was Kelvin Green with the NWO. Yeah. Dak Prescott. Back to Dak Prescott. Was he on his way to being a Pro Bowler? Yeah. And was he one of those guys that we can look at and say, if only he was healthy this year, right? And the defense started to pick up things. The defense started looking at it like, okay, we can get this thing flowing. We can get this thing going. Oh, man, it would have been crazy. It would have been crazy. It would have been one of those things where we would have said to ourselves, man, CeeDee Lamb, Pro Bowl. Number 19, if you know what I mean, Amari Cooper, Pro Bowl. If Blake Jarwin was here, Pro Bowl. Schultz, guaranteed Pro Bowl. Maybe Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard. Who knows what would have happened with that situation. John says, we can't afford Rain Dakota Prescott. We can't afford Rain Dakota Prescott, according to John. My thing is, like I said before, people do what they want to do. Write that down. People do what they want to do. Think about it. A person who smokes cigarettes, it could be 3 degrees outside. Man, to the average person, nah, dog, it's too cold. Man, but they want to get that drag, they want to get that pull. They be outside all huddled up, man. Shoot, it's cold, man. I'm gonna get out there and hit this blunt right quick, or hit this cigarette right quick, or cigarette. They gonna be out there in the cold. I know somebody said, nah, dog, not 3 degrees, but maybe 30 degrees. Yeah. Why Terrence still on his roster? That cat stinks. Appreciate you for the donation to help elevate the nation, man. Appreciate you, Uncle Dave. But people do what they want to do, and the reason why I say that is because we saw a little bit of it this year. They restructured D-Law's contract, put some money up front. They shift Zack Martin money around to create more space. We kept Tyrone Crawford last year. Could have cut him for $10 million. I don't think that he did a lot last year, nor this year, basically. But people do what they wanted to do. And on top of that, was it enough money? I did a video earlier this year. I'm going to have to find it. Whereas I mapped out how they could have paid Dak Prescott, paid Byron Jones, right? Think about this. Jaylon Smith got hit with the money and wasn't even looking for the money. Y'all think that Jaylon Smith was sitting there saying, hey, I'm going to hold out so I can get paid. Now, Jaylon Smith's contract is not that bad, but was he looking for the money? Oh, was La'el Collins looking for the money? No, he wasn't even looking for the money. I digress. If this team really wanted to pay Dak Prescott, they would have a long time ago. They would have. And I don't want to hear about people saying that, hey, well, they gave him an offer, but they refused to sign. Look, it's kind of similar to if the man proposed to the wife or to the lady, he can't say, well, hell, I want to get married at this church. It's more so of her decision. If she want to get married at this church, she want to get married at that church. She want to have the reception hall down the street. Now, look, it's kind of crazy if the man say, okay, I'm going to propose to you, but you got to get married at this church. And also you got to get married, let's say this size ring. And I don't want you to wear this type of dress, right? It got to be something that they going to have to meet down the middle. And people do what they want to do. If that man really want to marry her, he will make those adjustments, right? And I do know it takes 2 to 4 negotiation, but it is what it is. Shane says, thank you for the $3 holla too, as well. Shout out to my dog, Big Game James, who coined the phrase holla. You know, we both was like holla, holla from the Ja Rule groove. Shane says, we will sign Dak. And rightfully so. Now, I love that. I love that speaking with authority. I could just hear you saying it right now. We will sign Dak Prescott, and rightfully so. And I agree with you. Romo from Mario says Romo got his money, got his bag, got his coins, right? Right. Yeah. And there's 2 sides of the argument there. 2 sides. Not 1, not 2. And what the right hand does not imply the left hand knows, right? And with the Joneses, nobody would never know. They probably look at the situation and said, hey, we paid Romo and we shouldn't have, right? Or they probably looking at it like Romo was the guy that got us out of the Vinny Testaverdes, the, you know what I'm saying, the bad contracts that we had before. We had some crazy quarterbacks. I can't even think of the Drew Henson. We had a whole bunch of warts. And then this Tony Romo kid comes around. And it could be from the council of Bill Parcells saying, hey, don't crown the man yet. And if they would have continued to have Bill Parcells, who knows? If Romo had Sean Payton for 5 to 10 more years, who knows what Tony Romo would have become. But it is what it is. My dog KD says the front office messed up. Dak should have been signed a long time ago. Yeah. He should have been signed at the end of 2018, right? I think his market rate was $22 million. I think that to sign him in, to seal him up, you give him an offer of 26, just north of what the Carr brother got, he would have been like, yeah, I'm signing that dotted line. Even his agency would have been like, yeah, okay, we're going to sign a dotted line. But they was like, there's coy with it. And when you coy, you get bitten, and you know what. Do you think they will actually ask Jaylon to take a pay cut? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you already got the guaranteed money, is already guaranteed. There's no such thing as false guarantee. So for him to take the pay cut or get cut, he can look at it like, nah, 2 tiers in the bucket. You know, I'm a businessman. I'm a capitalist. I'm about growing my bottom line. And you gave me a contract and you got to honor it, right? So what? I'm going to get whatever you gave me under the guarantee. That's what it says in the contract, and I'm not finna fold. I got a second chance at life to play on this team, and you guys were willing to give it to me. And therefore, I declare and I decree that this is a blessing from the Almighty up high, and I refuse to give you it back. Don't renege on me now. Have faith and confidence that I'm going to be able to get back to my playing grace. I'm just a bad year. Yes, he's probably going to look at it. And that's probably what his representative is going to say. He's a smart businessman. He don't have to utter those words. But if I'm Jaylon Smith representative, that's how I'm going to utter it. And even if you try to cut me, my money, my bag, my paper is already secured. So no. I'm not finna take a pay cut. I'm a capitalist. I need this money to reinvest. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. And I'm not finna do it. Goodbye.
Shame. Shame.
That's what he gonna do. That's what he gonna say. The thing is, this is from JP. Shout out to you, fam. The thing is with Jaylon, he's not playing with that intensity and linebacker spirit that he's capable of. Also, he's not seeing clearly. I'm guessing instead of knowing, right? You know, he's an instinctive guy, right? That's what Jaylon, that's what he earned his keep at, his gambling, being instinctive, sitting there understanding that, okay, if the backside is here and I got cutback responsibility, if the running back cut back this way, I supposed to be there, right? If they engage, my principle should be shoot through this gap here. But he isn't gambling wrong, and could be lack of studying. It could be the fact that, hey, I got my paper, baby. And I'm not calling him that, but he could be looking at it in that way, right? Shout out to you, Johnson. Really appreciate you. And it could be one of those situations. Jerry not going to pay top dollars for Dak Prescott. This is from John. Shout out to you, John. We'll find out. That's why this offseason will be the most anticipated year of all time for the Dallas Cowboys. It will be. And even all of the lip service, putting lipstick on a pig, doing all of the nuances that you can think of in the Phantom, will not save you. Cowboy 815 says, hey, man, his instincts suck, though, right? That's how it goes. You guys remember that one play, twist back inside or twist back to the outside? The running back was like, oh, you going to give me this? Okay, ain't going to let nobody turn me around. Now people keep saying draft a quarterback. How do you get if you get the 8th pick? Draft time for your mind. Look, I love the emoji. Not the emoji. I love your, what's that? Your what you call those things? Your icon or your avatar. Yeah, I love your avatar. You got Shay Sharp over there with the black and mild. Cool avatar. Now people keep saying draft a quarterback. How if you got the 8th pick? Well, y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Y'all know what I'm about to say. Yeah, I got something in my head the whole time. Y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Was Pat Mahomes the 8th overall draft pick when he was drafted? Y'all let me know. Draft time, let me know. I knew he went in the first round, but was Pat Mahomes drafted with the 8th overall draft pick when he was drafted? I'm going to wait till somebody tell me. Was Pat Mahomes drafted 8th overall? Some people said 10th. William Anthony said 7th. Do anybody got the actual answer? Which one of those right? Is Roy right? Shout out to Roy, Louisiana Roy. What's good? Oh, okay. Was Lamar Jackson drafted the 8th overall draft pick in the draft when he was drafted? Yeah. Yeah. What Eagles Nation law firm. Shout out to the laws, right? Okay. And even Magic. Say hello to Cookie, man. He said no 32. So my thing is, let's not wrap our minds and our head around where the draft pick is at. And trust me, I know draft season is always land of optimisms, right? And I know that people looking at what Miami is doing because they done parlayed and they got a chance to get right back into this thing because of Houston made their crazy decision. But hold on. How did they parlay that draft pick there? How did they parlay that thing? Was it was that the deal because of Laramie Tunsil? Huh? Or did they tank? Did they get that? Are they getting this because of Laramie Tunsil? Y'all help me out. Educate the nation. I'm over here. I'm always learning. I'm always willing to learn. I've never wanted to be one of those guys that sit there and say, hey, I know it all, baby. I know it all. Lamar is... Y'all crazy, man, with that boo-boo emoji. Yes. We don't need a quarterback, sign Dak, but we need an offensive line. Hard to come by. You're right. But I thought that the Houston Texans, and I don't know if Laramie Tunsil, I haven't watched a single Houston Texan game this year, only the highlight parts when it was just to have some noise talking to Eastside Harold, who was absent, by the way. You know, everybody else, present. You know, everybody said, I'm here. I'm there. You know what I'm saying? But Harold, he ain't here today. You know? How did the Miami Dolphins get in the Texans' first round draft pick? Was it because of Laramie Tunsil? I'm looking for the answer in the chat over here so I can put your name on the screen here. And this video will be on Amazon, Fire Stick TV, as well as your Roku player. So I want you to be able to be on all platforms, your name, your face, your logo, and everything. Let me see. Nobody got the answer, huh? Nobody got the answer. Let's see. The Dallas Cowboys entertainment company will pay for. Any other choices is a bad for business. Yeah. My dog over here, William Anthony, says draft BPA. Don't force it. It's just like anything else. And when you force it, something else come out, right? Draft needs, right? Draft time says yes, Larry. Yeah. Houston, Texas messed up trading their wide receiver. This is from Tony. My thing is, Tony, you're right. Tony, you're right. Because what happened here, Tony, is that this right here, when they got rid of their wide receiver, D-Hop, what happened was, and I'm not throwing any shade, I'm not throwing any salt at my dog. I'm not. Greg Burton says yes because of Tunsil. Oh my goodness! You the MVP, Greg. Greg, you the MVP. Greg, you are the MVP, man. Yes. Let me see. what I got from here, man, for the MVP call out, man. You one of those things, man, where I got to give you a dog or something. All right, so that dog got teeth right there, Greg. Here's the situation. They did not lose games and say, okay, now we're going to get this such and such pick. They parlayed that joker. They said, dog, you need your offensive lineman. We got you one right here. He got the gas mask and all. Here you go, you know. And now the other situation would be, is Larry Thompson playing this year? Is he even out there on the field, you know? OG, what's good? What you said, NFL, a.k.a. WWE? Yeah. Let me see what my dog KD's saying. Kenny Stills and Thompson for a 2 first round. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I know what I was about to say. I know it lost my mind a little bit about the what's his name? Deshaun Watson. Let me take me a sip of coffee. Well, it's not coffee, but good tea. The good stuff, baby. All right, so here's what I have to say with Deshaun Watson. Kenny Stills, is he a number one receiver? Is he a number one receiver? Is Kenny Stills a number one receiver? Is the guy that they done scooped up from us, well, he kind of walked over there because of the deal was a little bit better. Randall Cobb, is he a number one receiver? And if you guys let me know, is Fuller's number one receiver? Did they get Brandon Cook? All of these guys sound like twos. A possible three. Sound like a spade here, like two. They get a possible, two and a possible. That's what they were. They was a bunch of twos and threes, right? So when defenses line up, they're like, dog, you don't have to roll coverage. Nah, dog, zone. Hey, 2 deep safety look. Hey, we can do a disguise, single high safety, then we bail at the last minute. We give them a disguise look, pressure come around the edge. We ain't gonna roll no coverage at all. No. But when D hop out there, what you gonna do, baby? You gonna roll coverage. You gonna figure out a way to make sure that you gonna bracket on the opposite side, but you gonna roll coverage, spot the opposite side, and you gonna make sure that thing is on a lockdown, on a lockup. And even with the D-Hop situation, when he looked like he covered, he's wide, the world open. Matter of fact, he's so open, man, he's like Walmart. They never close, right? And that was the issue that we had in 2018 before Amari Cooper got here. What Watson experienced, and I know with the tip of the also COVID and what have you, without the offseason workout and regimens and things like that, and of course with the stupidity of the coaching staff and a whole bunch of other things. And I'm just saying this is from me just watching, highlight study, because I haven't watched the complete game. But damn it, I can tell you that Stills and all of the guys that I just mentioned, they are not number one receivers. Bill O'Brien was the worst GM. Yeah. Javon Holland, Cisco, overrated too. Leave them alone draft time. Leave my dogs alone now. Leave them alone. Man, y'all saying y'all need a back. Let me just clip right here. Eagles Nation Law Firm says, man, y'all saying y'all need a backer wide receiver. How? Or you saying a bigger wide receiver, Eagles Nation? Let me see what my dog over here, Jim Smith, says. Caleb Farley. Caleb Farley might be one of the better DBs that's coming out of this draft, even though he didn't play this year. And watch, when they run that combine, and when you see that speed out there, you can be like, hey, Surtain is nice and all. He played this year. But I like the measurements and the size of this fast specimen right here with Caleb. And the reason why I like Caleb a little bit, he used to be a quarterback. So it's some other knowledge stuff that he got out there. Now, Surtain, he's one of those guys. He's not the fastest guy in the world. He's not the fastest guy in the world. He's quick. He can get there. We'll find out, though. We'll find out when all of this stuff is said and done. Laugh out loud, overrated when you guys haven't played in the NFL yet. Stop with the weaknesses. Yes. Montana. Shout out to you, Montana. So that's what I'm saying. We're going to sit back and we just going to pump the brakes on all of this. Who overrated, who's underrated. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share this thing. 2018 defense, wide as all outside. 2018. Yeah. Now, here's the situation when I was talking about what Deshaun Watson is experiencing. And I think that we had a worse deck of cards. The only drafted person out there was Michael Gallup. Let that sink into your mental. And he was a rookie at the time. Cole Beasley, yeah, we know what he was doing. And Cole Beasley, he ain't nobody to sneeze at. But Cole Beasley, to eliminate Cole Beasley and the routes that he ran, go listen to what his interviews were out there in Bills land. He said that, hey, we ran on a few route concepts. So all they had to do to take me out of the game was just bracket coverage me. You know, so they bracketed Cole Beasley. And they was like, okay, Bryce Butler and forgot the other guys that no longer in the NFL. We had nobody outside of Michael Gallup, who was a rookie. So it was crazy. It was crazy that year. Or was Michael Gallup there? No. We had Alan Hearns, right? Had Alan Hearns, who did a decent job. Yeah, Michael Gallup. Yeah, we had Michael Gallup. Yep. Damn, this is already Michael Gallup third year. Man, time flies, right? Let's see what we have here. Eric Mack says we'll take Jamar Chase from LSU, though. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Boy, let me just tell y'all something, man. I've seen Jamar Chase make a lot of people look foolish. He made a lot of people look crazy. That's all I'm going to say. That Jamar Chase, that kid is nice. He's nice. And that Kyle Pitt, y'all do me a favor. Look up Kyle Pitt. If you have the mindset of saying, okay, he's a 6'6" tight end, 240 pounds. He run like a gazelle. High point the ball, bring it out of the sky. Hey, Law, he can't block. Hell with that. Just blind him up in the slot. We're going to put all the pressure on the linebacker, you know. Make sure that linebacker going to be thinking like, man, get me out of the game, coach. I'm not finna trail up the field with him. I can't even jam him right because he getting off. He getting off on me. Kyle Pitt is something nice. And I don't care what anybody say about tight end play. That brother is nice. Watch, mark my word, that brother going places. Kyle Pitt is going places. Law Nation, you don't, let me see what my guy Harold Jones says. Law Nation, don't Dak get credit for the full season on the tag after 10 games have been played in the NFL season? Pimp Jerry, tag is on it, you know. Yeah, he get credit for the tag, so, you know, he ain't really hurt or anything. They still got to pay him the 32, 31 mil, what have you. Yeah, here you go. Terrence, Kyle Pitt, tight end from Florida. Kyle Pitt, tight end, Florida. Reaches the ball out of the sky, pull it down to his chest, touchdown. Ask any quarterback in the National Football League who is their best friend. The tight end will always be the quarterback best friend. They are the extension of the offensive line. And if you got a guy that can run like a gazelle, you can line him up anywhere on the line. And the brother can high point the ball, bring it down. Yes, he round his routes. Yes, you know, he have difficulties at moments off the jam and things like that. All of those things are fixable. There's another guy named DK Metcalf. Physical specimen, right? He round his routes, Law. He can't do that. Brother worked all off season. Yeah, he got his warts still, you know, concentration on dropping the ball and things like that. But that brother is something nice over there in the Seattle Seahawks land. But if you think he's big, Kyle Pitt's bigger. he like Kelsey almost, man. I mean, he is just that nasty, fam. For real, for real. Draft time said draft Pitt's dead, you know. Well, if you go on with the BPA philosophy, if we keep on winning, what have you, he might just fall right in our laps. And then I'm thinking and scratching my head, yes, we got a Blake Jarwin. Yes, we got a Schultz that's showing us some things. We even have a Blake Bell who's no one to sneeze at. Why are we crowded in that room? But my thing is never, ever, ever draft your need at that point. Best player available. If he's the best guy on the board, then you get him. Now, my philosophy, you guys can write it down, sign the letter, send it to the moon, tell everybody that you know your mama, uncle, cousin, Ashaniqua, Taekwonda, and all of them. Tell them all. Pookie and Ray Ray, tell them. That law said, hey, he's BPA. And on top of that, if you like somebody, if you really like them, you trade back into the first and get them. You be aggressive there. You trade back into the second and get them. You got 10 draft picks, right? You can't hold them all. You can't hold them all. And if you think that all 10 of those guys going to do an impact for your team, newsflash, they not. Not all 10 of them. Some of those compensatory picks, wrap them up, sell them up, move up. That even rhymes for your mind, huh? Wrap them up, sell them up, move up. I'm looking for 1 or 2 dogs out of this 2021 draft. I'm looking for 1 or 2 dogs. And I know that 5 will be crazily insane. Or what we did this year. We got what? We got about 2 in the push, right? From this draft. Right? We got, you know, CD Lamb, a dog. You saw how he took that damn onside kick and ran it in for a touchdown. You know? That's a dog move. Let me give him a dog bark over here. That's a dog move, fam. Coach is like, man, what the hell are you doing? You supposed to take a knee. CD Lamb like, I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm finna punch it in. Have you ever let that dog out of a kennel and that joker get to running? A wild horse, too. I'm from the country. You get them wild horses, they get out of that damn stable, they gone. And don't let them be in heat. Don't let that horse not be gilded. That horse going to jump through some barbed wire to get him some, you know. He going to run all through that barbed wire. That's what CD Lamb did. That's a dog mixed with a horse. Diggs, he one of those dogs, too. DK Metcalf running in for the touchdown. Trayvon Diggs said, nah, dog, not today. Give me this ball. Punched it out. At the time when that happened, we have never seen that in the last 20 years for the Cowboys. Right? Sheila. Oh, Sheila. CD for TD. Yeah. Dog. And like, man, why you let that dog out, man? That dog ran all the way in for the touchdown. How long I been live? Oh, I hit the hour and 3 minutes, man. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Yeah, it's one of those moments. Somebody said, yeah, one of the moments. Coach like, what the hell are you? Oh, okay, go. You better score, and we better not lose this game. Yeah, Makai wouldn't be that bad because of LVE's injury prone, and Sean Lee's ain't got the many good years left in him. If Sean Lee will wobble himself back on his team next year, I'm going to be like, come on, Joneses. Man, what y'all trying to do here, man? Come on, man. Come on, you know? All right, man, if y'all like this show, man, let me know. Like I said, help is on the way. I'll be able to go back to the old format. But in the meantime, I got to go web-based through this format. But it's still cool. I just don't have my plugs, my music, my fire. I can't blow all of that stuff until I get a new computer. So it's on its way. Help is on the way. Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate you all. I know the title, I went way off from the title. But, you know, when you're doing an hour show, it's supposed to be a 1 hour show. You get to talk about everything. But Shout out to the Cowboys for not having a single person in the Pro Bowl. Maybe this will be a reality check. Maybe this will be a wake-up call. Maybe this will be a situation where they say, hey, we're not privileged anymore. We got to learn to earn our ground. We got to earn our grain of salt. We got to figure this thing out. And maybe next time we can look at this thing and say to ourselves, man, we going to turn this thing around, Cowboy Nation. Let me get some fire over here. Let me get some fire. Yeah, it's green. Yeah. So we're going to have to build this thing around next year. This year's not over with now. You know, we still fight through. We got to continue to play through the echoes of the whistle. I can't stand the Eagles. And guess what? I can't stand the Giants. Those are our last two opponents. So we got to go out there and earn ourselves the right way. And on top of that, the Washington team got to turn into the Washington team. Do what they do best, crumble and fall and break down at the right time, right? They got to just turn it to themselves, right? See, they was talking all of that physical stuff when we was gone, right? They was talking all of that jaw-dropping stuff. Washington creators everywhere now talking, you know. I'm sitting there like, hey, where they been? Shout out to my dog Louis T, but now all of a sudden we got multiple Washington people out there talking. We got multiple Giant people all of a sudden talking. They talking left and right. And I said, man, I've been doing this YouTube thing for a long time, right? for a minute, you know, at least for 3.5 years, we've been talking YouTube, but we have not heard. Now, we shout out to the Eagles. They've been up there faithfully. They've been out there faithfully talking noise and everything and beyond. But now they kind of like kept mouses now. You know, they kind of like, okay, we're going to sit back and hold our tongues because we're going to see how this thing all crumble and fall at the end. Right? So I see somebody, Mario says, go Carolina. Yes. But my thing is, shout out to everybody that support their teams with passion. Y'all know we got tons of passion over here. Yeah, it's been a quiet week, man. It's been so crazy, Sheila, that I haven't seen my dog Harold. You know, where's Harold? You know, he's supposed to be in here. He's supposed to be with the eyeballs. You know, I'm sitting there like, man, what's his story? You know, what's his team issue? Watch the tape, everybody. That's what my dog Draft Time said. So that's all the time that we have, baby. Don't forget to hit that share, like this thing. Let your friend, neighbor, folk know where to go when they want to tune into Cowboy Sports Talk and beyond. Write this down. When you're up against the struggles, meet it squarely, face to face, lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fall, you may conquer. See this thing through. Even hope may seem but futile, then with trouble may be beset. Remember, you facing what other legends have met. Keep your eyes high, head high, and eyes through the finish. See this thing all the way through, Cowboy Nation, one way or another. Let's continue to fight, even a prize fighter when he's going down. You know, he probably can't see outside of Nate Robinson, but he still continues to throw those blows, right? And you got to continue, because you know that, baby, if that right hook connect or that right hit connect, lights out. Let's continue to fight, Cowboy Nation. Sheila, look at Sheila. Look at Sheila. She posting the eye emojis out there, baby. Yes, indeed. Facts Law. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's get on out of here, man. Really appreciate you all. Here we go. We're going to end out to some mellow again. Yo. That's the only music I got in this thing, right? Come on.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's
Let's continue to fight, baby.
But there's something inside
God
of
be
you
the
that
glory.
says
It came. Yes.
you have to
Let's
follow
go.
that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet.
I'll try to beat keep in. Here we go. Let's go.
Because you don't know who you're going to meet.
Yeah, let's go, Cowboy Nation. Y'all continue to grind. Shout out to you, Paul. Shout out to your Stelios. Shout out to you, man. This is my Dale. Appreciate you. We say Nate now. Yes. Nate, everybody. Akim, the dream with the A. God is good, Gary. Amen. Paul. Let's go. Appreciate you, Mario.
Have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have
Paul,
to
appreciate you.
because you don't know who you're gonna meet.
You don't know. You just don't know who you're gonna meet. Let's go. We out. Peace.